I know.
I love people on Reddit. They make me smile. They also make me cry sometimes.
But it's okay. I just don't go on to the Call Me Chris Reddit anymore. Most people are actually pretty nice, but there's some things on there that just make me really sad and upset. But anyway, this person's an asshole. Let's move on. Okay, this one sounds awful, but it was on one of the top ones on Am I the Devil? Server spilled coffee and burned my baby this weekend. I'm so sorry. Let's read. So this weekend, we are driving down to Tennessee to spend a nice relaxing weekend at a cabin. And I have an 11-month-old baby girl who is just able to sit in a high chair. We stopped at a well-known sit-down chain restaurant. After getting settled and being handed at least 6 menus between the 4 of us, we started to figure out what we wanted. Why does it 6 menus between the 4 of us? Whatever. Well, my husband ordered coffee and the server decided to try to pour it in front of my daughter, then hand it to my husband. Okay. So she poured the coffee in front of your husband. Husband ordered coffee. The server decided to try to pour it in front of my daughter. Okay, so she's pouring it into okay, got it. It was like watching something in slow motion. Oh, her fingers grabbed the porcelain coffee cup. Oh, your daughter. So your daughter grabbed it. Her fingers grabbed the porcelain coffee cup and immediately spilled all over her. Oh, that's so sad. I bet the waitress felt so bad. I hope she did. I stood up, ripped her onesie off of her, and ran outside to my van. I quickly took baby wipes, dipped them in my water I had, and started draping her in cooled baby wipes. I then ripped her diaper off and just held my burned daughter against my chest with both of us sobbing in the parking lot. No one came out to check. The server saw it. The lady near to us saw it. The server even said, "Let me get you napkins," like that would help. I mean, what else? I'm assuming the waiter's probably like young too. They don't know what's going on. I don't know. Eventually my husband came out and said he asked for Neosporin and no one knew what that was. Interesting. Okay. It's like Vaseline, kind of. I just sat inside my van holding my burned baby covered in water-soaked wet wipes. Finally, the manager came out with some lidocaine spray and basically said, "Sorry. Needless to say, my daughter now has second-degree burns on her wrist and thigh. I think I minimized the damage done because I covered her in antibacterial Vaseline and cold wet wipes for the next several hours. I am now nursing her burns as best I can. I took her to an urgent care a little ways outside of the location where the incident happened. The nurses were awesome at the urgent care. They were so sweet, and with my baby daughter. They wrapped her wrists and thigh with this pink tape, and that made me cry because it was so sweet. The nurses were so caring and understanding. They handled my baby with such care." That's good. I am just heartbroken. I am so careful and diligent with both my kids. I just keep replaying the scenario in my head over and over. I don't know why I'm making this post. I'm just sad and I can't get past it. Edit: server should have taken the extra steps to put cup in front of husband who ordered the coffee. The fact that it was close enough for my baby to reach shows negligence of a server. Okay, got it. So she poured the coffee, or he, I don't know, and then put it on the table, and I guess it was close enough to the baby where the baby could reach it. Huh. I mean, yeah. I don't know. When you're a server, you kind of just need to be like cognizant of that. Like, even if you don't have kids, you might not be thinking about it. And maybe it was like way over and maybe the kid like reached really far. But like at the end of the day, you're dealing with like a really hot thing. Like there's a reason why servers are like, "Hey, this plate's hot," you know, before you touch it because you need a warning. So I'm sure they didn't expect the baby to grab it. It's just a really unfortunate situation. Comments say, "Everyone here is giving you advice, etc. But I just want to offer some reassurance. Both my husband and I received second-degree burns when we were babies. Myself when I was a toddler from boiling hot water, my husband from a literal pot of boiling water, and me from opening up the hot water pipe in my basement. Ugh. Our parents were devastated, of course, but we actually healed beautifully. I have no visible burn marks on me as an adult, and I was completely bandaged for weeks and skin missing as a child. My husband has some brown speckling on his shoulder that looks like melasma, but that's it. Oh, well, that's nice. Some reassurance." What are the people saying in the comments? This title is super misleading when you read the story, and OP's comments seems like an unfortunate incident with many mistakes from the adults in it. The server could have used better precautions, sure, but they did not spill coffee on your baby. I mean, that's true. It said they spilt it on your baby when your baby just reached out and grabbed a mug, so it is a bit misleading, but it's just like a really unfortunate situation. Once I read deeper, I found out that the server set the coffee cup in between your husband and child, and that your child spilled it on herself or himself. I say this with all compassion, but I feel this is a situation of 50-50 blame. The server should have probably been more aware of where she or he was setting the coffee cup, and your husband should have been more aware that there was a hot coffee cup within arm's reach of a child. Oh, yeah. Jeez. it kind of feels weird to even argue about this. It's just like a really unfortunate thing that happened. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure these parents are going to be like on the ball with this stuff now, but unfortunately, sometimes really bad shit needs to happen for people to like click in, you know? So I just feel bad. I'm sorry about your baby. What do people think in the comments? Let me know. Let's move on. Am I the asshole for shutting someone down when they tried to talk to me at the gym? We shall see. So for context, I, female 32, don't talk to anyone at my gym outside of saying hi and bye to people who work there, and having polite etiquette when asking someone if they're using something or saying thank you when they're done. This is partially for efficiency, but mostly because I go to the gym stoned AF and I'm in my zone and I don't want to talk to anyone. Whatever floats your boat, you know? Okay. Last week after my workout, I walked over to the food carts by my gym to pick up tacos. While I was there, some guy, male 40 plus, stopped me and said he went to the same gym. I had never noticed him before, but he insisted on walking with me and talking to me. I was kind of annoyed. Just because you see me on the street with my headphones out doesn't mean it's an invitation to talk to me. I made small talk and tried to be polite, got out as quick as I could. So the other day when I'm at the gym foam rolling with my headphones in, the guy just beelines to me while I'm trying to avoid eye contact and squats down next to me to say hi and give me a fist bump. I give him a quick heads up, acknowledge him, but ignore the fist pump. Avoid eye contact the rest of the time I'm there. Okay. And then today the guy comes into the gym and sees me. I immediately avoid eye contact and he doesn't come up to me. So I think he gets the picture, but then when I'm doing leg lifts, he comes over and tries to give me a fist bump. Okay. So I take out my headphones and I say, look, man, I don't want to do this. Fair. I'm here to work out. I'm not here to make friends. I don't want to talk to you, okay? Damn. I wish I could be this straightforward, but I can't. And he starts to say, I was just saying hi. And I respond with, yeah, I get it. Please don't. And I put my headphones back in and keep working out. I realize anyone who saw this probably thought I was a giant asshole, but I don't think someone's need for connection overrides my need to have a good workout. So I'm the asshole. Interesting. Because I'm all for, you know, you being able to have your space like you are in a public space, but you could make it clear to them like you did and say, hey, like, I mean, the way you said it was a little bit like, whoa, I don't think I would have said it like that, but you have full right to be like that, you know? I'm sure most women would be in a situation where they get a little bombarded by somebody and you're like, okay, like you want to be polite, but you don't want to be too polite, so they think you're flirting, and you would love to just say, can you please just kindly off? But it's really weird to say that. So, you know, was he just trying to be nice and like friendly and doesn't have, you know, any intentions? Maybe. Let's see what the comment said. Not the asshole. I'm tired of being forced to be polite and not making people feel uncomfortable, even though they just make me feel uncomfortable. More people need to be blunt because people don't seem to understand hints and unwanted interactions. Yeah, I kind of agree. Just, you know, coming from a woman, I don't know. This person said, not the asshole. Coming from a father, I hope my daughter has the boundaries you do when she grows up. You don't owe anyone your attention. You rock though. Yeah, coming from someone who lost their father young, this comment means the world to me. Oh, happy Father's Day. I've been in the situation where I'm like, really? Because my parents raised me to be very polite and very nice to anyone, especially your elders. And when I was like 17, 18 and working in a tanning salon and other jobs, I was very nice to older people, and that gained me stalkers and just weird interactions, really inappropriate interactions. So it depends on what you've been through in life, but I feel like a lot of more women than we think have been in this situation, you know? So not the asshole. A gym in a public space, yes, but you are not public property. Yeah, the most anyone ever owes someone is a polite nod to acknowledge the eye contact, hello, whatever. You weren't meet and greet. You were at the gym. Unfortunately, some people think being outside of your home means you want to be their friend. Also, like, fist bump seems so innocent, but it's like that you're making contact with that person. A lot of people are uncomfortable with that, you know? So you can't assume that of people. You can be nice still, but you can just be like, hey, I'm not really in the mood to talk. I really just come here to work out, you know? So I think you're good. I don't think you're the asshole. What do you guys think though? Let me know down below. Let's move on. Am I the asshole for not wanting to give up video games for my girlfriend? I, 33 male, just started a relationship with someone 26 female, and one thing we disagree on is me playing 2 hours of video games a week. 2 hours video games a week. Okay, that doesn't seem like that much. Okay, we'll see. She refuses to continue the relationship unless I stop playing video games completely. Okay. That seems like a lot. Before you say anything, yes, I know it is childish hobby of mine. I don't think it's childish. I think that's fine. If you like playing video games as an adult, it's perfectly normal. A lot of people do it. But that is exactly why I need it in my life. I have a lot on my shoulders with work and family issues, health issues that I don't want to give too much detail about so I can remain anonymous. The one thing that helps my mental health and allows me to distress is playing a game for 2 hours a week, where I can forget about the million responsibilities that I have and just relax my mind. I think that's perfectly fine. I am not asking to play for 10 hours a day, just a few hours a week after she falls asleep. Her issue with it is that she wants 100% of my free time. I gave it up for a month now, and my mental health has gone downhill. Am I the asshole for wanting to stand my ground and lose the relationship over a few hours of game time? Listen, I mean, you don't need to be with somebody. Again, you don't need an excuse not to be with somebody. But if you really need and if you really love something like your hobby,